only the 3 in total, but Fifantom is all about that disciplined style of play. He's a Japanese player coming into this one against the Saudi Arabian. We'll see who comes out on top. It's going to be MS Desari playing in his yellow and black stripe, which he's been playing in all game long. And of course, Fifantom will be in the green.
So here we go then. Who's going to come out on top? Anyone's guess at this point. Of course, you guys at home have been saying MS Desari. And of course, you can get involved using the hashtag FUT Champion Series. We are going to see Pogba trying a through ball there. That's the first little spark of light from MS Desari. That was quickly extinguished, though.
And these are the legends we're talking about. You saw Patrick Vieira in there. These are all ex-World Cup winners, European champions, Champions League champions. Griezmann, even the modern-day players in there. Well, Ronaldo's got a chance here. Going to try and find himself a clean shot. And Manuel Neuer just parries it wide. It's Fifantom that has the first shot. Something I don't think a lot of people would have expected.
No, absolutely not. Fifantom has shown that he is a very calm, collected player, likes a lot of possession, likes a slow build-up. But already he's out of the traps and he's going to cross it in with best back heel. Oh, into Ronaldo, who was taken down. A ball passed away by Ferdinand. He still has possession here, though, with Griezmann on this bottom side. And Griezmann, he's one of the few players that has used Griezmann so effectively and really all throughout the tournament so far. And he's been a shining light for him.
Yeah, we'll keep our eye on it. He tends to take him off around half-time, so we'll keep our eyes on it. Seamus Coleman, though, he's been a bit of a beacon of hope for MS Desari. Been using him heavily down that right wing. We did just see a play go down in the middle, but nothing given by the referee. It was Messi that dropped. As you can see, Hullet on Hullet in the middle. Two absolute legends, of course, being used by both players because he's got this strength in the middle of the pitch, and that's what you need, a big, strong midfielder that won't get knocked off the ball. Ronaldo got pace, finesse, finishing, everything you absolutely want. Now, Desari, he's using the 96 Ronaldo. You may be wondering what that's all about. That's because he can use him as a striker in the centre. At the moment, though, looks like he's using him on the wing.
Let's see how effective that is for him. We've just seen Ronaldo there. Actually, he will give the ball away. Quickly collects it back, though. And now Hullet on the top side with a bit more space. Back heel through into Ronaldo. But Marcelo, a left back from Real Madrid, will take that one away. And a big ball over the top now. So a chance possibly for Fifantom.
Yeah, big ball forward. Patrick Vieira getting himself in a fairly forward position. Got to be careful, though. That's going to leave a hole in the middle, and that's obviously what we're seeing Desari trying to exploit here. Mistake made there by Desari. This is unusual. Obviously, these guys just feeling each other out, seeing who is going to be the better player. Of course, both players coming into this as a champion on their respective console. They've been here since the early hours, playing through the group stage, the knockout stage. Desari coming in as the champion from the Xbox, Fifantom the champion of the PlayStation. As you can see, MS Desari representing Saudi Arabia. We've already seen the Royal, a champion in Sydney. Can he be the champion here in Whistler?
Well, that was certainly close. Sergio Ramos just getting in. That will be a corner here for MS Desari with Roberto Carlos. Again, one of the only players, in fact, maybe the only player to play Carlos in that left-back position. Turn from Ronaldo. He's in. It's 1-0. MS Desari continues, as he has done all day, to score these first goals, puts himself into the lead. And it was the turn from Ronaldo, turned in again, and then banged it into that bottom left-hand corner. Not a lot they could do to stop that one. And MS Desari on his home console, don't forget here, the Xbox. This is the console that he's won the tournament on here today. He goes 1-0 up after about half an hour.
Yeah, it's what we'd expect, I've got to be honest. Coming into this as the hot favourite. It's all on him to get the goals, and he's not afraid to shoot from inside or outside the box. So, no shot there. Fifantom, though, he needs to close up shop a little bit here. Obviously, it was a very open start. He had a good couple of chances himself, but obviously open play only leads to MS Desari having himself a couple of chances just like that. Seamus Coleman back in the middle. And we've been talking about MS Desari's claw grip that he uses. A little unusual. Ronaldo has made it too! Oh, this game is slipping away from Fifantom already. Almost a replica of the first goal.
Well, and again, the keeper couldn't quite get to it. He was a fingertips length away from pushing that around the post. But Ronaldo in there once again, and MS Desari. He first caught our eye in the group stage as he went through that completely undefeated. And then the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, he won 4-0 and 4-1. And that's when we really opened our eyes and thought, okay, this guy is going to be a serious, serious contender. And here he is in the championship game, 2-0 up already.
Yeah, he's been smashing goals in. More importantly, keeping those clean sheets. He's definitely one to watch as we head towards Berlin on the 20th of May for the big grand finals of the FIFA Ultimate Team Championships here. Waiting to see who the regional champion will be in Worcester for the rest of the world. Tomorrow, of course, is going to be the Americas region as well. So plenty of FIFA action to come. But right now, it's 2-0 for Emes Dasari. Seamus Coleman on the wing, into Ronaldo, looking for his hat-trick now. Tries to play it back. Vieira, very confident on the ball right now. Dasari plays it through for Suarez. Oh, tackle came in a little late there for Fifantom, but De Gea gets a hold of the ball.
Dangerous there to go to ground as well. You know, ball trickles away, keeper collects, but you're an inch off to the left and you might have taken him out. We might have seen a penalty in there, but either way, he's 2-0 down. He's got very little to lose. The through ball comes in. Marcelo will get there first, though. Speed on that left back, proving why he is one of the most popular picks in that position.
Well, at the moment, Fifantom is just fending off the attack waves, isn't he? One after another. Ronaldo through again. Just dragging it back to Messi. Little offside position for Suarez, but Ronaldo's there. And almost a mirror match once again as he tries to slip that ball through. Pull it back to Messi, into Suarez. Suarez just to try and turn the defender maybe. Messi wriggling his way through the box, tries to pull it back, looking for that pass into the middle, but can't find it. Fifantom finally locking things down in defence.
Well, locking it down, but for how long here? That one runs away from Sergio Ramos, but Kyle Walker, a big right back, again a popular choice here in FIFA Ultimate Team, will clear things away. Little chip over the top from George Best into the feet of Ronaldo. Will we see a goal here for Fifantom just before the half-time point? We've got 3 minutes added on, and it will be half-time. And well, that is a still very, very impressive lead for Emes Dasari. 2-0 is up now at half-time. Let's head down to Spencer for some thoughts.
What a fantastic first half that was for Emes Dasari. We called him out at the start. We said about how good he's been, and the 2 goals up. Only a quarter of the way through the tie, but very impressive. Let's take a look at the goals. It was a lesson in finishing from him here. Great first touch in the box, beats his man. Lovely finish past the keeper. And look at that skill under pressure. Not easy to do. Bottom left, low driven shot. And we saw a similar kind of finish here in the second goal. So he's really showing us how you have to be in front of goal. Composed, calm and collected. There's no doubt this guy's strategy is on point. And we had a chance to sit down with him earlier and find out more about Emes Dasari's strategy. Let's see what he said.
What can my opponent expect? A tough game. I can describe my attacking style by counter-attacks. Tactically, I like to play with high pressure. My formation, I'll use 4-3-1-2. The main guy from my formation will be Cristiano Ronaldo.
Dasari so far, and Fifantom not much of a worse record, 6 wins, not lost a game, only that 1 single tie. And here we go then back into the second half of our first leg. It's 2-0 to Emes Dasari as we see a few substitutes coming in.
Yeah, we saw Pele coming on there, as well as Suarez coming on for Griezmann. So a couple of changes for Fifantom. And we'll see, of course, where they work out for him. Georgie Best for Fifantom playing in the green. Emes Dasari in the yellow and black stripe. So, free kick. Let's see, is he going to try and curl one in? Looks like it's going to be a potential for Ruud Gullit, but Rio Ferdinand gets it clear. Pele chests it down, but it's cleared by Emes Dasari. Counter-attack chance here, and he said in the piece a little moment ago that he loves the counter-attack, and Luis Suarez tied to Messi, and that's an easy chance that he's actually missed. You bet your house on him scoring that one. Unbelievable stuff there. Massive defensive error from Fifantom, but an absolute gift from the gods for him to miss it there by Emes Dasari.
Yeah, I feel that defenders have ran into each other there, and unfortunate for him really, but he's luckily not been punished for that one, which is great news for Fifantom, and he may just have an attack of his own. Marcelo, oh, what a tackle that was. Came flying in, took the ball cleanly according to the ref.
I mean, it was a cruncher. If he didn't take the ball, I think we'd have been seeing red there, but that's a great ball over the top once again. This time, I think it's Pogba to chase it down. He cuts it back in now. Arriving late is Ronaldo. Can he get the hat-trick? He can! And well, he said the difference will be Ronaldo for me. He is my favourite player, and he is showing exactly why as he finishes the hat-trick.
3 goals in 56 minutes. Now we have MS Desari's interpreter as well, looking on in the crowd, and oh, what a time to be watching. Not been beaten at all today. Ronaldo, who you just mentioned, he said in that half-time break there, is his man. He's the man on his team that can change things, and he certainly has done that today. 3 goals already, 56 minutes into this one. It's not looking good for Fifantom in this first leg.
Yeah, I mean, he was gifted a chance through Messi that he made a mistake on, but can he get himself an away goal? Pele across early, arriving late, Ronaldo, there it is, the away goal. Fifantom gets himself a lifeline. It may just be a little part, but we've seen bigger comebacks.
We absolutely have, and you may be wondering why there's a Ronaldo on both teams. Well,
Indeed.
Of course, Ultimate Team means both of these players can build their ultimate team, which of course is going to include a Ronaldo on both sides, let's be honest.
Who wouldn't have Ronaldo on your team? Even me as a Liverpool fan begrudgingly would say that as a former Manchester United player, but right now it is the Ronaldo show. 4 goals in the game so far. MS Desari. It's a little wake-up call, I think. A little, don't get too confident, son. He could let a couple of goals in, and if Fifantom was to steal another one, maybe, just maybe, we're going to have a real game on our hands here. But Messi trying to squeeze his way through here. Laurent Blanc, the former French legend and World Cup winner, I believe, a long time ago. Ronaldo with the shot off the woodwork, out of nowhere. Suddenly, MS Desari strikes, and this is what we talked about. He's not afraid to take on those shots. Often we're seeing players trying to work it intricately into the box, try and set up that perfect little tap-in. But no, MS Desari will shoot from anywhere.
This time he hits the woodwork though. No 4th goal for him just yet. Still plenty of time to go in this one. There's a ball lobbed over the top, but that should be easily dealt with. Marcelo coming in, almost challenging Laurent Blanc for that one. And now MS Desari charging forward. One-touch football, ball over the top. Is the defender going to beat him to it? It does, and again, it's Laurent Blanc.
Yeah, that was a heavy shrug, I think, onto Luis Suarez there. There's Pogba in the middle. Finds himself Ronaldo. It was a poor pass given away. You could see he wanted to work it down the right wing, but it was never going to get through. And maybe just thinking ahead of himself, you can see there is this mini-map in the middle of your screen at the bottom. That's what sometimes they'll be looking towards. See where those little dots are to buy himself a little bit of time. Look for that easy pass. But as it is, it's all about MS Desari trying to work it back in the box. Messi, you got to have a little cut back here. He's not going to be able to score from that angle unless De Gea makes a mess of it. And a little parried shot cleared by the defence.
Almost finding its way under his elbow there. There's a ball over the top. It's going to be George Best to try and get onto it, and Roberto Carlos comes flying in to knock it out for the throw-in. I think a goal right now for Fifantom would be incredibly crucial to this matchup. Don't forget, 2 legs, a home and an away leg on their consoles, and this is the away match for Fifantom. So every goal he can score now could count towards the total at the end of it. Here is Ruud Gullit trying to turn, and does successfully do that, and passes off. Here is Ronaldo once again, takes the shot. This time though, he won't find the back of the net. And it's remaining 3-1 here. It looks like we may see a couple of changes, 76 minutes in.
All right, let's try and keep our eye on exactly what he's doing. We'll try and keep you updated. Looks like Casemiro's going to come on here, along with, I'm trying to keep my eye, Ronaldo up front. So a little switch. So Pele out on the right wing. This is all happening for Fifantom on your screen there. So a couple of changes. We'll see whether it works out for him. If he could steal another goal, or more importantly, just keep it at a 3-1 scoreline. 3-1's a respectable scoreline on your away console. It's totally possible to turn this around and get a 2-0 on the PlayStation. But any or more goals, well, then you're in dangerous territory right now. Gullit down the wing to Suarez. Just 12 minutes remaining here on the Xbox. The PlayStation 2 follow. Suarez down the wing. Inside to Gullit. Gullit, just a little cut back there into Messi. Pulls Pogba into it. Tries to drag some of the defenders away. Into Ronaldo now. Little drag back once again, looking for that fancy pass. Hullet gets it, fires it through to Pogba. Pogba to Ronaldo. Guys, just crowded out by players in the end there. Mehmet Desari just throwing defenders in the way.
And absolutely right. He knows that he can't really afford to be conceding anymore. There's Suarez. Tries to get it through to Hullet, but Ferdinand stepped out of the line. And that will now give MS Desari a chance to break on through. The through ball didn't quite go through. It actually landing right at the feet with Suarez, which is fine for MS Desari. He now finds himself with Suarez on this bottom side. Where does he go from here? It's tucked inside to Messi. Vieira, Ronaldo, in space, shoots, but Marcelo goes down. There's another one. This time it's De Gea that gets his hands to it, and it's a corner with 5 minutes to go.
Well, almost scoring that trademark finish for MS Desari there. Looks like Carlos tries to take it off. Back to Roberto Carlos. Trying to work it into the box, finds a beautiful pass to Suarez, cuts it back for Messi, who just blocks it, and he goes out for a throw-in. Just 3 minutes of regular time. Probably be about 2 or 3 minutes extra time on top of that. Not a great deal just for the goals. More importantly, Messi to Pele though, as he tries to break through. Gets past the defender, has to lay it back to Suarez. Pele's made a run, he's just kept himself onside as Hullet works it back through, looking for that pass into the middle. Pogba has to come into play as he keeps pressure on the top half of the pitch, but Vieira, no nonsense clearing there for MS Desari. Suarez down to Ronaldo, Messi in the middle, plays it back to Hullet, looking for that final touch. A last little goal here, stolen away, may well just be enough to win it for him. Hullet with a shot blocked out.
Blocked out nicely, and he knew he had to get a man in front of that. Couldn't afford to concede another one, but it's not over just yet. Corner taken short there. Suarez into Hullet. Where's he going to go from here? It's back to Suarez. Now Blanc, oh, De Gea. Cat-like skills to keep that one out. And in the end, it will run away down onto this bottom side, and the referee decides enough is enough. It's 3-1 here after the Xbox leg. MS Desari's home console, but 3-1, as you mentioned, that is not an impossible turnaround. He only needs to win 2-0 here for Fifantom on his home leg, and we'll go through then on that aggregate score, on the away goals rule.
Yeah, a little bit of a lifeline, honestly, because it was very much MS Desari dominated, certainly the first half. Second half was a little more even, of course. We can see just a goal apiece. This was, of course, the opening. Ronaldo looking for that far post, and he does exactly the same again, just a couple of moments later. It's a bit of a killer, really. Misery compiler, I think is what Spencer would call it, getting those 2 quick early goals.
And here was another one as well. Bounced in Ronaldo. Took him 2 attempts, but he found the back of the net. And then the opposition Ronaldo. This is the possible lifeline goal. This could change things around. The defending was a little sloppy there. It fell to Ronaldo, who safely tucked it away. So 3-1 to MS Desari after the Xbox leg, which means now, obviously, there's a job to do for Fifantom.
Obviously, Fifantom, he won't be happy with it overall. He's lost 3-1, but he has given himself a chance. Now, he only needs to win 2-0. We're talking about the away goal, of course. He is a PlayStation player. He's scored on the Xbox, which means if they tie at 3 apiece, it would be a win for Fifantom because he has that away goal.
Is this the first time we're seeing a bit of weakness? I'm not sure. We're going to find out, of course, when we come back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere, guys. Look at the amount of attempts that MS Desari's had. 14, 11 of which were on target. On the other side, 2 for 2, if you look at Fifantom. However, one of those did go in, so ratio-wise, he's not actually looking bad.
Well, that's it. I mean, that's what we've talked about Fifantom all day. You just saw the highlights of the goals there. I think it was around about 58th minute, and it was already at 7 shots to 1. So his second shot went in. That's about it. But yeah, 14-2, he needs to turn things around. He can't afford to have that sort of ratio because simply he will lose the game. It's like, it's a case of your goalkeeper will only save so much for you, or your defense will only work so hard. And he's really got to look at closing up. That's something that obviously he's now had the experience. He's played him once. Let's see what adjustments he makes.
So to add a little bit more fun into this one, you know, MS Desari, he said that he's going to have a big lead from his home console, which of course he has, 3-1. However, if you look at Fifantom, the way that you qualify here for the FIFA 17 Ultimate Team Championship Series is by playing in the weekend league. Every single weekend you have 40 games per weekend, and the guys that win the most games get to qualify, right? Fifantom didn't just do it on one console, didn't just do it on the PlayStation. He also qualified on the Xbox as well. So this guy can play both consoles to the top of, to the best of his ability. Of course, how much does that play into things now? We're moving on to his console. This is where he needs to be most comfortable.
Indeed, I mean, MS Tassari, it only let 3 goals in up until this point. He's scored a goal already against him, so already done something that a lot of players throughout the Xbox series could not do. Let's see what he can do here on the PlayStation. Fifantom's going to be playing in the red from left to right, and of course, MS Tassari is going to be playing in the white this time around from right to left, and Luka Modric has already broke on through, might give himself a chance. Oh, and De Gea makes a save.
Well, an early scare there for Fifantom. Cannot afford, as the guys down there said at the halftime break between these two legs, that conceding early would be a massive blow to him, would really knock his confidence and could be the straw that broke the camel's back, so to say, in this tie. Oh, and that was close. It was Suarez on the front post. De Gea again tips it wide, and already the corner's raining in.
Yeah, an early away goal would be an absolute killer. Of course, it would mean Fifantom needs to score 3, and then we could be looking at extra time, and that would be played out, obviously, here on the PlayStation. Messi with the throw-in, looking to try and box them in here. Ronaldo across to Kante. He's only got 1 in the box at the moment. Coleman not too happy about that short pass he was left, but he keeps it in. Pogba back to Kante, trying to draw them out. It's still possession hungry for MS Tassari as Ronaldo tries to tip it through, but Griezmann playing as the cam. It's something we noticed actually when they were setting up the teams. We've only just managed to get to it. Using Anton Griezmann, this is one of the guys that's being touted right now for one of the biggest transfers in the summer, being used as a cam. He's a striker, he's a winger, he can play wherever you want him. That's why he's such a great player.
And here we go then, MS Tassari regains possession, and again playing it cool, calm and collected on the edge of his opponent's box. There he does give the ball away, somehow manages to instantly get this one back though. And look at those passing percentages, 100%. I mean, he's not had much possession as Fifantom, so 1 pass out of 1 is not exactly a great indicator.
We're only 15 minutes in, so yeah, I mean, sure he's got 100% passing at the moment, but Kante is very much being camped out in the half of Fifantom, and this is what we're talking about, 14 shots to 2. He needs to turn this around. He needs to get some possession of his own and start making some attacks. Here goes Griezmann. He's got Messi ahead of him, tries to get it through. You can spot those blonde highlights a mile away. Ronaldo, little 1-2. Griezmann makes a run, but Ronaldo not having any of it. Wants to pull it down the right wing, but Luka Modric reads it well.
Bit of a panic pass there, and Suarez does have Messi to send along. The question is here, is David Luiz strong enough? And that question was swiftly answered with a resounding yes.
A solid body check.
Absolutely. Kante here on his bottom side. We've talked about how big an early goal would be. I don't think there's an offside there. It's Ronaldo that's going to charge forward down this bottom side, but his options are limited. He's got to beat the man. Yeah. And in the end, he's muscled away by Kante, who will clear back down to Marcelo. There's crisis averted.
Showed a little too much of the ball in the end there, Ronaldo. He didn't really have any options in the middle, so he knew he had to try and cut it in, and there was a few too many players in the way. Seamus Coleman, though, Everton captain, broke his leg in real life, unfortunately, and obviously that puts him out for almost a year. A shocking tackle, but Seamus Coleman right here in this matchup for MS Tassari has been a staple diet on that right wing. A lot of people using Kyle Walker in that position, but not MS Tassari. Suarez back to Modric, looking for that through ball, almost trickles it through for Suarez, but Paul Pogba back in there, the Manchester United man, the most expensive player in the world right now, gets himself clear. Marcelo switches the wing to Neymar. Good possession finally we're starting to see for Fifantom. Starting to get a little more comfortable here, realizing he is on the PlayStation, but then gives it away to Pogba again.
And there is Messi keeping a hold of it. Suarez had to stretch there to make sure he didn't lose possession. Pogba and Modric playing a little bit of fancy football between them. A bit more direct there up towards Messi. Ronaldo now back to Suarez, and you see, even when he loses possession, somehow MS Tassari gets it instantly back. He's got a good 5-6 men up in this last third of the pitch, and he's just looking for that hole in the defense. One defender to be brought out of position that will give him an opening to make a run, to have a shot. He thought he'd seen it, but David Luiz Says, no, my leg's still here.
Yeah,
and possession goes back.
You just feel that breakthrough was coming there, didn't you, for MS Dasari? Of course, you know, you can see the score 0-0 at the moment, but it's actually 3-1 on aggregate to MS Dasari. That's one away goal for Fifantom at the moment. So he needs to score 2 goals to win this game. Pogba down the wing. Straight through ball to Griezmann. Messi back to Griezmann. This is a good chance here. Oh, but the pass is too heavy to Messi. Ronaldo was in position looking for the pass, the through ball, but it didn't come. And MS Dasari, well, he's looking pretty solid at the back so far.
Not really been tested though either, if we're honest, at this stage. 40 minutes almost on the clock, 0-0. This is fine for MS Dasari. He will quite happily sit back, concede none, score none, and win the game.
We saw
3-1 on aggregate.
We saw MS Dasari playing fairly similar in the Xbox finals. He got into a 2-0 lead and started playing this short, passing, comfortable style. You can see, obviously, we saw him in the Xbox. He was very aggressive, looking for those big through balls. Now, he's just the short passes, happy to go backwards, happy to go forwards, just working that ball into the box. Doesn't need to give possession away because he has the lead, he has the advantage, he has a 2-goal lead. Now, it can also put you in a dangerous position. You can get a little too complacent and suddenly let a big through ball through. But at the moment, he's looking very confident.
And we'll feed it again in towards Ronaldo. As you mentioned, I think we saw the possession totals coming up there. It was around about 72%, and that's probably only increased since that point. Having a very commanding hold on this one. Half-time will end, and that is 0-0. So MS Dasari doing really all he needs to do at this stage of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, you see, 0-0. He needs 2 goals still. He has to make sure he doesn't get complacent at half-time, though. MS Dasari, of course, it says the best Saudi Arabian player. Well, there's 2 players out there that may have a second guess on that one. That is, of course, Mr. Dunn and Royal, who won over in Sydney. This is his first tournament playing. What a performance, though, for this man. His first tournament.
He's having no problems with it, apparently. The pressure is not something that seems to affect this man. And, of course, 1 half away from becoming the regional champion here. We're going to head down because Spencer has another regional champion with him, #TAS, who was the champion of the Season 1 regionals in Europe.
Yes, guys, thanks very much. I am here with #TAS. Tas, you've been watching the game with me.
Yes.
You've been in this exact situation before where you were able to see it through and win in Paris. What do you think Fifantom needs to do in order to change things around? He's got 45 minutes. Can he still be champion?
First thing he needs to do, obviously, he's using the 4-2-3 on wide. He needs to change to a different formation. I've just seen he has gone 3 at the back, so fair play to him. He's going for it. He can get back in the game. The key was the formation. He changed the formation. We're going to have to see. But as for Dasari, he just has to keep doing what he's doing. 70% possession.
That's the if he doesn't lose the ball, he can't lose the game, right?
Right,
If he has another half like that, I think we'll see Dasari as a champion. But Fifantom has to feel like he's got a chance. 45 minutes to change the game and really get things going. I'm looking forward to it. What's going to happen, guys? Tas, you might be playing one of these guys in Berlin. We'll go to a break.
We'll see his tournament. He's almost looking like he's unbeatable at this point, and it's, you know, quite ironic that we're in Whistler here because let's be realistic about this one. There's a mountain to be climbed right now if this game is going to be come back.
Absolutely. Has Fifantom got it in him? He needs 2 goals. He had just the 1 shot in the first half. Messi with a drag back. This could go wide. Could try and pull it into the box. He's got a chance to pass it. He has to lay it back to Pogba. Pogba back across to Neymar. Thought he was going to look to get the ball in the box. Messi, delicate play. Suarez can't bustle. Chris Smalling gets it clear. Ever present at the back, and one of the best defensive cards you can get in the game right now.
Now we see 3-1 on aggregate. MS Dasari commanding lead as the crowd cheer every successful pass, and there's been a lot of them. The passing accuracy from these first half for him was absolutely fantastic. The possession was a scary number in his favor, approaching 80% of possession in 1 single half. That's a dominant performance for MS Dasari. And now he might find himself a little opening. Coleman into Messi. Will he shoot? He tries it, but the ball just didn't fall kindly for him there. Oh, he might get a second pop at it here.
You just feel that Fifantom's only really going to get a goal from Dasari making a massive mistake, and it's maybe a counter-attack. Oh, David Luiz gets down and saves his keeper's blushes there. Just came out a little too far. Kante back through to Pogba. Suarez, Ronaldo, offside, has to backtrack. Messi back in. Now Kante. And again, he just pulls the possession back. He's like, okay, I had a chance. I almost scored. Let's just calm it down and keep the ball back in our control. Fifantom can't score if he doesn't have the ball in the first place.
And he's not had much of it at all. Here we go. Chance possibly. Sending Pogba there. Didn't quite reach it though, and it's a big clearance upfield. Fifantom needs to get possession here. Oh, Pogba going to be tripped. That's a free kick, no doubt. But that resets positioning as well, which is maybe not even ideal for Fifantom in that scenario. That one was run away from him, a little bit sloppy.
Well, ordinarily be thinking, okay, he's looking at helping the injury that Chris Smalling's just got. Not too sure what that pass was all about there, actually. Little error from the Japanese player Fifantom, who is the champion on the PlayStation. We should mention these guys, both of them have already won $20,000 for winning their respective consoles. And of course, this is for $10,000 more. So someone in this game will be working away with $30,000 today. And of course, the massive pride of being champion here in Whistler. And that's the ultimate prize on the way to Berlin. Messi making his way through. Marcelo, a simple tap-in, a simple away goal. And that may just be enough for the winner.
You have to think so at this point. 3 goals are going to be needed here for Fifantom to take us into extra time or into a golden goal scenario on the PlayStation. The problem is here, to win cleanly, which you almost feel he has to do, is he scored 4, which is more goals than he's conceded throughout this entire tournament. So just to put that one into perspective.
Yeah, he's had a solid defense, Fifantom, playing in the white, playing in the red. He's struggling to get himself a goal here, Ronaldo, trying to work it through. He needs to get a goal now if he's going to get it. Messi, oh, it's just one little touch is all he needed to get it through to Suarez, but it wasn't quite there. And again, Emes Dasari, playing in the white, has been solid in defense. Like you say, he's only let 4 goals in total. One of them, of course, was just on the Xbox. So 3 goals throughout the 7 matches played already. Absolute solid defensive stat. To couple that with all the goals he's been scoring, just sets himself up really as a champion, you know, a champion, a rightful champion. He's been thumping people, you can see. Leads 4-1 on aggregate now. 3 goals required for Fifantom in the next 15 minutes. He's got to get scoring now.
And that was Smalling getting the better of that 50-50 challenge. And possession still with Emes Dasari. 4-1 up, only 15 minutes in-game to go. That's not a whole lot of time. Here's Messi, back off to Pogba. We'll send Suarez running down his bottom side. But he's got to get past the defenders first, one of which is Sergio Ramos comes sliding in. Actually will get a free kick for this one, so this is certainly a possibility for him.
Chance for someone to pop up for a header maybe. He's going to play it short instead to Kante. Not sure I agree with that at this stage. Oh! Well, you had to score now. Suarez gets one. There's one of the goals. He needs 2 more though, Fifantom, to get himself equal and take it to extra time. Still a lot of work to do for him, and 13 minutes to play in the game.
And you have to think that Emes Dasari, all he really needs to do is keep possession, keep playing the way he has really over that first leg on the Xbox, over the first half of this game. I think that felt even more one-sided in terms of possession and chances than we even saw in that first leg. But there's still time, crucially. There's still 13 minutes in-game for Fifantom to put something together. That was a beast of a header from Suarez. Keeper's never going to save that.
No, a 98 rated team of the year. Suarez up front is probably one of the best strikers you can get in this game. Arguably Ronaldo alongside him. Changes coming through. Gareth Bale coming on. Just saw look like Pogba going off, which is a very attacking move. Now, we heard from Fifantom earlier on in the day, he actually will switch it to 3-5-2 if he feels he needs it, and that may well just be what he's changed. Niangan also coming on for Kante. That is for Emes Dasari.
So 4-2 on aggregate. The goal is needed at some point here for any chance for Fifantom to come back in this one. There is Nainggolan, edge of the box. You have to feel that MS Desari won't take any chances here. He wants to keep possession and run that clock down. 83 now gone. Pogba here, down by the corner flag. And you'll see him pretty much stay there as well. Nainggolan is going to overlap, but he doesn't need to go anywhere at that point.
Yeah, Marcelo hustling constantly in the corner here, isn't he? Seamus Coleman cuts it back for Nainggolan. Can shoot from there. Sergio Ramos blocks. Now Kante forward to Gareth Bale. Just come on the pitch. Suarez to Messi. Ronaldo was taking strides up front. Found himself a bit of space, but he's going to have to work it into the box at the moment. Tries to tap it past Marcelo. Hasn't got the legs to just pass him by. And Marcelo cuts it casually back to Luka Modric on the wing. Nainggolan. Now Modric. And look at this. Just possession football. We've seen this before from him. It's all he needs. You can see the clock. 89 minutes, 90 minutes is all we have in regulation time. There's going to be 3 minutes extra time, and he needs 2 goals in that time. Seamus Coleman to cross it back to Ronaldo. Ramos clears again.
Almost impossible here with just 3 minutes added on the ball. Going to be sent down here to Kante. Where's he going to go? There's the overlap. And our champion here for the Season 2 Rest of the World Regionals is a very deserving MS Desari. He's gone through the entire tournament without losing a single game. The man has hardly even conceded goals. What a amazing victory for him. And his first ever international tournament. Big, big props. We'll be seeing him in Berlin. But let's get down onto the stage because he's got some prizes for MS Desari, Jimmy.
Thanks, guys. So this is what it's all about, the trophy presentation. And here to join me in British Columbia is Brett Koning, the EA Sports FIFA Commissioner. Go on and celebrate, my friend. Hold that trophy up over your head. Yay! So MS Desari has the trophy, he has the prize money, the title, and of course the ticket to our Ultimate Team Championship Series in Berlin on May 20th. And tomorrow we're back for our Season 2 America's Final, where 32 others will be playing for their own tickets to the FIFA Ultimate Team Championship Final in the heart of Germany's football scene, the Adidas football base in Berlin. So that is it. That is officially a wrap from FIFA 17 Ultimate Team Championship Series Season 2 Regional Final here in Whistler. Here, Brett Koning, EA Sports, myself, Spencer, D-Man, Joe, and Chu. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the Americas Regional Final. See you next time.